In this lesson, we're going to discuss monitoring resources. Now, in the digital world, the effective management of resources is crucial for the smooth operation of any organizational network by monitoring its systems, applications, and infrastructure to ensure optimal performance, security, and reliability can be achieved. Now, first, we're going to talk about monitoring of our systems. Now, system monitoring involves observing the performance of a computer system, including its system resources like CPU utilization, resource consumption, memory consumption, disk usage, and network performance in order to help us identify any potential issues that could affect the system's performance or stability. Now, in order to perform optimal system monitoring, we do need to understand what a baseline is. Now, a baseline refers to a set of established performance metrics and data points that represent the typical or expected behavior of a computer system, network, or application under its normal operating conditions. These metrics can include CPU usage, memory utilization, disk activity, network traffic, and much more. By creating a baseline, cybersecurity professionals and system administrators can establish a reference point to compare against when monitoring system performance over time. Deviations from the baseline can indicate potential issues, abnormalities, and performance problems that could enable proactive troubleshooting and maintenance in order to ensure your system operates optimally and reliably over time. Basically, a baseline helps to serve as a reference point or standard against which the performance of our system can be measured, and this basically represents what normal looks like for a given system. Now, anytime something goes outside of the baseline or what normal looks like, well, in this case, we want to investigate that and analyze it to determine why things are outside of those normally expected baseline values. For example, if a system administrator uses a different tool to monitor the health of their servers in their data center, they might be able to use those tools and get real-time information about the server performance, including its CPU utilization, memory consumption, and network traffic. If that server CPU utilization remains consistently high, though, this might indicate that there's a need for additional resources or that there's a potential problem with that given server. Now, if you're a Windows user on your desktop or laptop, you can also see the same kind of system monitoring on your own individualized system by using the Performance Monitor. By using the Performance Monitor on your Windows system, you're going to be able to see how much CPU utilization is occurring, how much memory is being used, how much storage is being used, and other key metrics about your system's overall performance. Second, we need to talk about application monitoring. Now, application monitoring, also known as application performance monitoring, is going to focus on managing and monitoring the performance and availability of your software applications by tracking errors, bottlenecks, and other potential issues that could affect an application's performance or user experience. For example, a software developer might use an application monitoring tool like New Relic or App Dynamics to monitor a specific web application. These tools can track response times, error rates, and other key performance indicators to be able to decide whether or not the application has any issues that we need to take care of. If an application's response time is slow, for example, this could indicate that there's a problem with the application's code or the need for additional server resources to be added to that web application server. Now, third and finally, we have infrastructure monitoring. Infrastructure monitoring involves observing the performance and availability of an organization's physical and virtual infrastructure, including servers, networks, virtual machines, containers, cloud services, and other hardware. For example, a network engineer might use a tool like SolarWinds or the PRTG Network Monitor to monitor the health of a company's network infrastructure. These tools are used to provide information about the network traffic, the bandwidth utilization, and the status of your networking devices. For example, if you see that a network switch is constantly being overloaded, this could indicate that additional network capacity is going to be needed, or that there's a potential problem that exists within your organization's network configuration settings. So remember, monitoring your systems, applications, and infrastructure is a critical aspect of your organization's technological operations. Monitoring can help identify potential issues before they become significant problems as well. Monitoring is going to help us to ensure the performance is optimized and that we're planning for our future resource needs too. System monitoring involves tracking our system resources like CPU utilization, memory consumption, disk utilization, and network performance. Application monitoring is going to be focused on managing and monitoring the performance and availability of our software applications. And infrastructure monitoring involves observing the performance and availability of an organization's physical or virtual infrastructure. By using the right monitoring tools and strategies, our organizations can effectively monitor their resources, and this in turn is going to lead to improved performance, reliability, and user satisfaction.